So Shirui Peak the climb can be divided into different segments. The first is the steep steps, which are very steep and will tire you out. You have to pace yourself. We have the first meadow and the first forest section, the second meadow and the second forest section, and finally the ascent to the peak. So the initial climb on the steps is difficult, but then in the meadow sections, it's more of a gentle climb, so that's nice. This was December 31, and wintertime is nice because we get this blue sky, beautiful blue sky, and golden sun. And even the golden yellow color of the meadows, I really like. So this is the forest section. And in the monsoon, it can be a bit slippery, which I have gone once, but I prefer the winter because it's drier. And this is the first meadow section, which is really lovely. And there's the monkey tree. That's the view of Ukhrul in the distance. Nice, clear weather. Unfortunately, there's lots of rubbish everywhere. And that's Pangre in the distance. The village youth, they do try to clean up the rubbish, but people just throw rubbish everywhere, so it's very disappointing. I was surprised to see some rhododendrons flowering. Unfortunately, I could not take a good, clear picture. It seems a bit early to be flowering, but maybe climate change or something, I don't know. Looking back towards Shirui and also Ukhrul. Kind of a steep. Don't want to fall down there. And a view of the top. There's a little tower, or there's a tower at the top, which is visible even from a far distance. And here we are approaching I believe, the second forest section. That's the second forest section there. Rubbish everywhere, unfortunately. There's the tower at the top. Now, the height of Shirui Peak, you find some strange numbers if you search for it on the internet. It was hard to find a clearly authoritative source for the height. Many places will say it's 2,800, 2,900 meters, but I don't think that's correct. Peakvisor.com has it at 2,568 meters, or 8,425 feet, which seems to be more accurate. There's a big cross at the top, which is very typical of many peaks in the Naga areas. This is a video, this is taken at the top. Nice view of Ukhrul. Again, beautiful, clear weather, which is quite common at this time of year. Although clouds do make an appearance, but not enough to spoil the sunshine. And sadly, lots of rubbish at the top of the peak as well. Enjoying a still warm cup of tea. There was some kind of berry, red berry kind of thing, very kind of the ivy and the holly kind of thing. Would be nice as some kind of a Christmas wreath decoration or something. On the way down, be careful not to trip over some of the roots. And here's a lovely view of our rubbish, which sadly is a common theme. And these caterpillars, or whatever they are, have an interesting way of lining up one behind the other, which interestingly are also found near Japfu Peak. A good walking stick is nice to have, very useful, especially descending. Take some of the strain off your knees. Coming down, you just have to be careful not to trip over anything.